Welcome to the accounting crash course from big4accountingfirms.com. In this video, we're going to be covering the accounting equation because that is one of the first things that I learned about when I was learning accounting. What is the accounting equation? The basic accounting equation is assets equals liabilities plus equity. And assets, liabilities, and equity are all things that you would see on a balance sheet. And that's really why it's called a balance sheet, because it balances. Assets equal liability plus equity. And that's what you'll see on a balance sheet. If you sum up all these categories, if you look at a 10K, you'll see that if you do this equation on there, then it'll work. And in each one of these categories, assets, liability, and equity, there are sub-accounts underneath it. But the total of these accounts is what will balance out. And I'm just telling you that equation mainly because if you ever meet an accountant, they will definitely be bringing that up. However, you just really need to know that the balance sheet needs to balance, obviously. And this is the way it balances through this equation. And I can also walk through a couple of simple examples to help highlight this. For example, if you want to buy some property, in order to buy a property, you need to spend cash or credit. Let's say you want to buy $500 worth of property with cash. This would only affect the asset side of this equation because your cash would go down by 500, but your property would go up by 500. So the assets would move by 0 and everything else would move by 0. However, if you purchase property with credit for $500, this would have an impact on assets and liabilities. Assets would increase by 500 and liabilities would increase by 500. But your equation remains balanced. So whatever you put into any of these categories, it has to equal out. You can't have only one side of this equation go up or go up in an unbalanced amount or not equal out. It just won't work. And another thing about the accounting equation is you can rearrange it. It doesn't have to always be assets equals liabilities plus equity. It could be assets minus liability equals equity, or assets minus equity equals liabilities. You can rearrange this equation if you want to. And in future videos, I'm going to be going into more details about how you book entries and also more information about the balance sheet and the income statement. But just for some homework, go take a look at the 10K of one of your favorite public companies, whether it's Google, Facebook, something like that. Take a look at their 10K and take a look at the assets, liabilities, and equity and see if this accounting equation works on that.